the things, right? You're talking about a 38% 3-point shooter in 2019-20, and a guy who's young enough to, you know, play. He would be on the Nets until Kyrie and I mean, excuse me, Karras and those younger guys take over after KD leaves. This is he's 26 years old. He would be perfect on this team, and he's a free agent, and he has winning basketball pedigree. He's Horace Grant's nephew. He's Harvey Grant, Horace's twin brother's son, and I don't know, man. I struggle to see how they would get him. But if the Nets had any player that they needed to get or that they could get that would ensure a championship, they need a right sized guy like Jeremy Grant. What do you think about Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm always been a big fan of his. I would be very happy with that. I mean, I think what you said about the size, which I know you also tweeted about, like I think they do need to do something size wise, and I don't know. I mean, it's hard because I guess they do have DJ, but I mean, I don't think we totally know what's in store, especially over the next couple of years with him.
Yeah,
And
I think he'll play this year. I think his body looked good this past year. I don't
yeah,
necessarily
he'll
trust him.
play for the first time in a while because he's been on such a terrible. I mean, he clearly didn't care when he was with the Knicks.
He's got booty do.
Yeah,
Do you know what booty do is, Sam?
no,
His stomach sticks out more than his booty do. Ah, the dad jokes I have. I've got them all.
that's not even the worst thing. It's like, honestly, I'm fine with that. Like I mean, they need. I wouldn't mind if that happened to Jared Allen a little bit, but
Yeah. Jared Allen is putting on the weight.
yeah,
Okay,
a little weight, I guess.
he looks he, the young man is chiseled now. Even his mustache has muscles now. Like he he's changing. He's not the kid that I thought Embiid gave brain damage to for the rest of his life in the playoffs. That that kid is going to be somebody. But Jeremy Grant, seeing what he did in the playoffs, he was more important than Millsap. He kept them in, and you know, I think the Denver Nuggets is going to be a problem going forward. Like I don't know, man. I don't know how we wrestle Jeremy Grant away, but who you got? Who would be your guy, that perfect square peg to fit in the square hole? Who is the guy
Like,
that lynches it?
I, I think they need. I mean, I think they need. Like, I would be fine with them getting an Ibaka type. I would be fine. Like, I think they need. To be honest, I think they need more guys. Like, even for like locker room purposes, that are almost like Ed Davis types. Like people who are
Mm.
just like willing to like just like combo of like locker room and not letting Kyrie be like the loudest voice in the room, and like because I don't even think KD is like the loudest voice in the room type guy anyway.
No,
Um, and I don't see a team being that successful if Kyrie is if Kyrie is your loudest voice.
it just can't be. And Nets fans have to be stop being sensitive about Kyrie. The moment that we become a little bit more mature about who we have, everybody is flawed as a human being. Nobody's perfect. He is the greatest basketball player to ever wear a New York uniform until Kevin Durant does it. And even Kevin Durant has something to prove because we don't know who he's going to be if he's who he is still. I have 100% belief that Kevin Durant is that dude. I have heard from people who have heard about those practice sessions that he looks the same, that he's still a point guard in a center's body, and he's still his shot, man. Like the guy could just, he's just deadly, man, and so I don't worry about him.
the guy that would be great to get, but he's probably going to be is going to cost too much, and like, well, I guess we'll see what the Nets cap situation is. Is like, and this guy's definitely not good for the locker room, and you'll know what I mean by that. It's like someone like Tristan, who
Oh.
like just get another body in there. But look, I mean, like as we said,
Tristan, listen, you need a LeBron on your team to control the Tristan. Tristan's a winning basketball player. Don't get me wrong, but what's wrong with Tristan is in the worst part of your NBA career. It's your I'm super rich and satisfied part of a career. The guy basically cheats on a Kardashian all the time, and she keeps taking him back. He hangs around with the most famous and beautiful people in Hollywood. And if you've looked at the women that Tristan has had, I don't know what gets him out of bed in the morning, really, like to even practice and play basketball. He's super satisfied and almost the worst kind of guy that you could put on a team like this. We need hungry players. That look in Jimmy Butler's eye, it was infectious. It was in everybody else's eyes. Like I feel like the only player on the Nets that kind of understands where he is and feels like he has something to prove all the time is Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is like, okay, you guys think I'm a backup point guard. You guys think I'm not that good. All right, fine. I'm about to show you. And and you need that hunger. You need more of that hunger. You need someone like the other reason why I like Jeremy Grant is because he still has that bad taste in his mouth of winning a few games against the Lakers, being, pretty dominant the first couple of series, and then just to get smacked down because they don't have real superstars on their team. If he joins the Nets, that gives you two players on the court that in Jared Allen and him, or Jeremy Grant and DeAndre, who is just solely there to be physical and rebound, play defense, lock people up, and just do what he does very well, and hit open shots. That's the other thing. You're gonna see whoever the Nets adds is going to see so many open shots. It's a beautiful thing, man. We're gonna be a problem.
And I think what you said actually, your initial comment about Kyrie and his injuries is actually why I think the idea of trading LeVert and Dinwiddie honestly probably makes less sense than even usual, because you don't know what his body's going to be like, and if he isn't that guy, but the Nets use those pieces for not even like a third, maybe a third star, but even like an Aaron Gordon or whoever it is. Like I would rather. I think if you go into the finals with like a 1-2, or go into the playoffs with a 1-2-3 punch of, like, let's say Kyrie was hurt, but like you got Durant, LeVert, Dinwiddie, that's still going to be better than most teams. So,
dude, I think the worst thing they could do is weaken the team in any way. That's if I was running the team, if I had my choice, I would just find a way to work out a trade without losing any of the key parts. Because the reality is there's going to be injuries, right? The only dependable person in that lineup is not DeAndre Jordan. It's actually Jared Allen. If you lose him, you're losing the only player that plays 70 games for you a season.
And we should also mention that everything that we're saying right now is also under the assumption that Harris is back.
Oh, assume it, know it. He's going nowhere. He feels a part of this team. They're gonna work that out. I don't worry about Joe Harris at all. The only thing that I could see happening with Joe Harris is that he's lost that good feeling in the locker room now because we have superstars, and I don't think that's the case. I think he smells the championship too. He's not going to give that much of a discount, but Joe Tsai better be ready to start paying some luxury tax, because that's what we're going to be for a while now. Look, let's pause because I want to do a second part about the name that everyone is talking about right now in Anthony Davis, right? I will, in the second part of this pod, I will talk a little bit about what I do know, and then talk about the reality of what it would take to make this happen, and talk about some of the things he said. So me and Sam's gonna take a break. We're gonna come right back, and we're gonna keep this conversation about the Nets off season, which is basically kicked off with the Lakers winning this championship. Let's do that, Sam. Coming right back.